Hi guys, my name is Dr. Lee Sung. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Have you ever noticed something strange that happens to the human body in the morning? Something that many people experience but very few actually understand? Most people either ignore it, feel confused about it, or even believe false things about it. But the truth is, this is not a problem, not a disease, and not something to be embarrassed about. It is a completely natural biological process controlled by the human brain, hormones, sleep cycles, and nervous system. And today we are going to understand it deeply in a simple but scientific way, why it happens, why it differs from person to person, what it tells us about health, and what myths people wrongly believe about it. First, you need to understand something very important about the human body. The body is not off when we sleep. In fact, it becomes highly active in internal processes. During sleep, the brain goes through different cycles, and one of the most important stages is REM sleep. In this stage, the brain becomes highly active, dreams occur, memory is processed, and the nervous system starts functioning in a different pattern. At the same time, blood circulation and hormone levels shift throughout the night. These changes are part of a natural reset system that the body performs every single day. During this cycle, the body can produce automatic physical responses without any conscious control. This is where the morning physical response comes from. And the most important scientific point is this: it does not depend directly on thoughts, dreams, or imagination. It is mainly controlled by internal biological systems. Now let's understand why it actually happens. There are three main scientific factors behind it. First is brain activity. During REM sleep, the brain sends signals across different nervous pathways, even while you are unconscious. Second is blood circulation. While sleeping, the body is in a relaxed state, and blood flow patterns change naturally, sometimes increasing in certain areas due to reduced physical pressure. Third is hormones, especially testosterone. This hormone naturally fluctuates during sleep and plays a key role in regulating physical development and biological function. When all these systems interact together, a natural automatic response occurs. This is involuntary and not controlled by willpower. Now a very common question arises: why do some people experience it more often and others less? The answer is simple, but very important. It depends on sleep quality, stress levels, lifestyle, physical health, and hormonal balance. If someone has deep and uninterrupted sleep with a healthy routine, this response may appear more clearly. But if someone is stressed, mentally tired, or not sleeping properly, it may become less noticeable or even absent. This does not automatically indicate a health problem. The human body does not function like a fixed machine. It changes based on conditions every day. Now here is something deeper that most people don't realize. This process is actually part of a natural internal self-regulation system. The body continuously checks and maintains blood flow, nerve function, and hormonal balance during sleep. In simple words, the body is constantly monitoring itself and adjusting for optimal function. This is why scientists sometimes consider it an indirect indicator of overall physiological health, but not a direct diagnostic test. Now let's clear one of the biggest myths. Many people believe this only happens due to dreams or sexual thoughts. But in reality, most cases have nothing to do with dreams at all. It is a neurological reflex controlled by the brainstem and autonomic nervous system, not imagination or conscious thinking. Another misunderstanding is that it represents sexual desire. Scientifically, it is more related to circulation, nerve activity, and hormonal regulation than conscious desire. Now let's talk about age and development. During puberty, this response is usually more noticeable because hormone levels are higher and more active. As a person grows older, hormonal cycles stabilize and sleep patterns change, so frequency may naturally decrease. This is not a sign of weakness or illness. It is a normal part of biological development. Now let's connect this with something very important: stress and mental health. When a person is under long-term stress, the body produces higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. This can disrupt sleep quality, hormonal balance, and nervous system function. As a result, natural biological cycles may become less active or less noticeable. This clearly shows that the mind and body are deeply connected systems. Emotional state directly affects physical processes. Now here is another important understanding. This response is not a fixed daily requirement. It is not something that must happen every day to indicate health. Just like other body functions, it naturally varies depending on internal conditions. Some days it may be strong, some days weak, and some days not noticeable at all. And all of this is normal. Also, this process is completely involuntary. It cannot be controlled, forced, or stopped consciously. It happens automatically, just like heartbeat or breathing. Now, if we bring everything together scientifically, this is a natural biological process controlled by brain activity, nervous system signals, hormone fluctuations, and blood circulation. It mainly occurs during sleep cycles, especially REM sleep. It is not fully dependent on dreams or thoughts. It varies based on stress, age, sleep quality, and lifestyle. It reflects internal body function but does not define overall health alone. And most importantly, it is completely normal and natural. The biggest mistake people make is overthinking it or attaching myths and embarrassment to it. But in reality, understanding it scientifically removes fear and confusion. Your body is far more intelligent than you realize. Every night it repairs itself, resets internal systems, balances hormones, and maintains hidden functions that you never notice. And this process is just one small part of that incredibly complex system. If there is one thing you should take away from this, it is this. Understanding your body scientifically replaces confusion with awareness, and awareness is what builds true confidence. If you found this video helpful and want more deep but simple explanations about the human body and science, then make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment what topic you want next. Because the human body still has countless secrets waiting to be understood.